What's going on, guys? It's Greg here, aka NYPrepper. It is Monday, August 5th, 2024, and I have an emergency update to share with you guys. Right now, it is 1300 Eastern Time here in the United States, and we have some major breaking news coming in from the Middle East. I wanted to update you guys on the situation with Iran and Israel. So it does appear that we are just days away from this massive attack on Israel. It could happen at any time right now. Israel and the United States are currently finalizing preparations for this. The CENTCOM commander, Kurilla, has arrived in Israel and is currently meeting with the Israeli Chief of Staff, Herzi Halevi. And Kurilla is also going to be going to Jordan and possibly Saudi Arabia, various countries in the Middle East that are allies of Israel. And if anything happens, I will go live and provide live coverage like I always do. I do have a radio expert on standby who can help me with all things related to EAMs and the nuclear war frequencies. So I do believe this is going to be like culinary night on steroids. It's not going to be one and done like in April, where it was just 1 or 2 hours of missile and drone barrages and then it was over. I think we're going to see multiple rounds of missile barrages over several days. That's what all the intelligence is pointing to right now, that this is going to be a multi-day attack. So get prepared, guys, because this could spiral out of control into a full-scale war between Israel and Iran. Now, if this is not bad enough, the situation with Iran and Israel, we have a global stock market crash going on right now. So earlier today, Japan's stock market, the Nikkei 225, dropped the lowest in 24 hours since 1987. It dropped as low as 12.5% today during trading. Okay. Now, the European markets fell around 2 to 4%. And currently here in the US, the Dow Jones, the Nasdaq, and the S&P 500 are down about 2 to 3%. So we do have a global stock market sell-off. We also have some other concerning news coming from Iran. So Sergei Shoigu, the former Russian defense minister and now the head of Russia's National Security Council, arrived in Iran this morning, just a couple hours ago. And Shoigu announced Russia's full cooperation with Iran in dealing with the current regional issues at a meeting with the chief of staff of Iran's armed forces. This was reported by the Iranian news outlet Fars News. Okay, so Sergei Shoigu saying Russia will back Iran in this attack against Israel, and if there's any retaliation from Israel on Iran, or the U.S. helps Israel to attack Iran, Shoigu is saying Russia will back up Iran, full cooperation in dealing with current regional issues. Now, over the last week or so, there's been a lot of Russian military cargo planes going to Iran, and we've heard some information that Russia has provided various types of radars and jamming equipment and electronic warfare stuff and various types of military equipment. So this is fulfilling Bible prophecy, guys. Okay, the book of Ezekiel, chapter 38 and 39, says that Russia will form an alliance with Iran and Syria and North African countries like Libya and Sudan, and that they're all going to attack Israel in the last days. Okay, so this is very, very concerning. Russia throwing its full support behind Iran, helping Iran to persecute Jews, basically. That's what Iran is doing right now. And that's what they've been doing for the longest time. But with all of Iran's proxies that are continuously attacking American bases, attacking Israel, Russia is complicit in the persecution of Jews. Okay, God is not going to be happy about that. Okay, nobody persecutes Jews and gets away with it. Okay, the Bible is very clear about God's love of the Jewish people and the Holy Land. Okay, So this is a very serious situation. Things are rapidly escalating, and Japan has just issued a travel alert urging its citizens in Lebanon to evacuate Lebanon in light of the rising tensions in the region. China is warning its citizens against traveling to Lebanon. And Lufthansa says its carriers will be avoiding Iranian and Iraqi airspace through August 7th due to developments in the Middle East, according to Reuters. And Lufthansa also said that all flights to Tel Aviv, Tehran, and Beirut have been suspended up to and including August the 12th. Okay, so for at least the next 2 weeks, no Lufthansa flights to Tel Aviv, Tehran, or Beirut. Okay, this is very, very serious. And Israeli defense officials predict that the attacks by Iran and its allies will happen soon and focus on military and defense facilities in northern and central Israel. This was reported by the Israeli news outlet Haaretz. Okay, so they're saying potentially Haifa, Tel Aviv, potentially some ports, maybe natural gas platforms. Now, Iran this morning issued some more NOTAMs. Okay, they issued a slew of NOTAMs this morning. You can see a bunch here for Western Iran, warning pilots of GPS jamming that is currently active. All kinds of airspace closures in Western Iran. You can see here Sector 1, northeast/west, Sector 2, east-west, Sector 3, north-south. So they're closing their airspace to civilian pilots for various reasons, obviously because of the impending attack, okay? So this is another sign that something is about to go down. And here we have a picture of Sergei Shoigu meeting with the Iranian chief of staff earlier today. So this is very, very serious, and this is fulfilling Bible prophecy. And here we have a picture of Kurilla and Herzi Halevi meeting this morning, okay, coordinating the defense efforts. Here we have some video footage showing medical aid arriving in Israel to prepare for a massive amount of civilian casualties from this upcoming attack. And a Saudi official stated that Saudi Arabia will not allow missiles or drones to pass through their airspace and will shoot them down if they do. Okay, so Saudi Arabia standing behind Israel. And Egypt announced it will not participate in the regional defense coalition against the Iranian attack. So Egypt staying neutral. This update was sponsored by My Patriot Supply. Guys, My Patriot Supply has brought back their 25% discount on their 3-month emergency food supply. And to get the discount, you got to use the link preparewithnyprepper.com. And the link is in the description below this video. But this 3-month emergency food supply has a 25-year shelf life. It includes over 2,000 calories per day, breakfasts, lunches, dinners, drinks, and snacks, all contained within 6 rugged water-resistant buckets, and free shipping is included. So use the link preparewithnyprepper.com to get $200 off or 25% off of the My Patriot Supply 3-month emergency food supply. The link is in the description below this video. Free shipping is included. They also have a general store where they sell all kinds of prepping and survival products, and they're always running various discounts. And to get to their general store, you just got to click on the My Patriot Supply logo when you get to preparewithnyprepper.com at the top of the page, and you'll see their general store where they sell all kinds of prepping and survival products, and they're always running discounts here. So use the link preparewithnyprepper.com to get 25% off of the My Patriot Supply 3-month emergency food supply, and the link is in the description below this video. And according to Israel's Khan News, citing Western diplomats, they're reporting that the coalition, which thwarted Iran's missile and drone attack on Israel in April, is anticipated to take similar actions if necessary. According to their report, the coalition is comprised of the US, the UK, France, Qatar, Egypt, Jordan, Saudi Arabia, the UAE, and Bahrain. Okay, so that same coalition is convening again. And this time it's going to be much more difficult for them to shoot down all these missiles, guys, because they're going to be launching thousands of missiles over several days. And now they're getting electronic warfare equipment from Russia to try to jam our radars and our GPSs to make it more difficult to intercept everything. And we have reports that Israel conveyed a message to Iran through a European country. They said any attack on civilian targets by Iran will be met with the immediate destruction of all Iranian nuclear facilities. Okay, so strong threat there from Israel. And Defense Minister Yoav Gallant spoke with his American counterpart, Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin, overnight amid heightened tensions over an anticipated Iranian and Hezbollah attack on Israel. According to a readout issued by the Defense Ministry, Gallant briefed Austin on the security developments in the region and IDF readiness to defend Israel against potential threats posed by Iran and its proxies. He discussed a series of scenarios and corresponding defensive and offensive capabilities, Gallant's office says. Gallant expressed his appreciation to Secretary Austin for the close military and strategic cooperation between Israel and the U.S., including the current and future deployment of U.S. military capabilities and force posture changes in defense of Israel, as well as highlighted the importance of U.S. leadership in forming a coalition of allies and partners to defend Israel and the region from a range of aerial attacks. So we know already that the U.S. is sending another aircraft carrier to the region, the USS Abraham Lincoln. They're sending an F-22 squadron, and they're sending several more Aegis warships, okay? Now, what you're looking at here are two presidential Doomsday planes that were up in the air this morning, and also a nuclear war command and control plane that was flying over the Gulf of Mexico, and also a B-52. So our nuclear forces are on high alert, and our continuity of government plans are enacted right now and preparing for a worst-case scenario and escalation in the Middle East. Two Doomsday planes in the air at the same time is extremely rare. And actually, one of these planes, the B-52, got aerially refueled, which is very strange to get aerially refueled over the U.S. That means that the B-52 is going to be airborne for a while. That's a nuclear bomber, guys. Here we have a Russian Special Flight Squadron plane that went from Moscow to Tehran. This plane could potentially have had Sergei Shoigu on it, or possibly some kind of Russian military equipment, okay? But a Special Flight Squadron plane is usually for VIPs. So this is very, very concerning. We also had a U.S. Air Force VIP fly from Hawaii to D.C. last night. So it seems to me like we have all hands on deck in D.C. today. Biden is in the Situation Room right now. So they're bringing the VIPs from all over the place to D.C. because of the severity of the situation. They need everybody in the Situation Room to coordinate any potential reactions to this Iranian attack. We had a U.S. Navy sub-hunter patrolling the eastern Mediterranean off the coast of Lebanon and Israel last night. And this is very interesting. This is a U.S. Air Force reconnaissance plane, and it flew all the way up to Russia's Northern Fleet base in Murmansk on the Kola Peninsula. And then it went all the way back down to Poland, and it flew along the Russian border in Finland, the Baltics, and in Poland. So this massive reconnaissance loop here of Northern Europe last night and this morning, very, very concerning. We also had some kind of reconnaissance plane active off the coast of Japan here in Okinawa, a U.S. reconnaissance plane. So that's pretty concerning. And Iranian sources are reporting that Russia supplied Iran with electronic warfare equipment and other defensive equipment. The IDF Northern Command Chief said, "Our attack plans are complete. All forces are ready." So, guys, get prepared. This could pop off at any time. Want to quickly update you on what's going on in Asia. We have some news coming out of North Korea. Kim Jong-un unveiled 250 new Hwasong 11D tactical ballistic missiles. And the North Korean leader described the new weapons as a powerful, treasured sword for defending sovereignty. So here's a picture of these tactical ballistic missiles, guys. Okay, these are probably nuclear capable. You can see they have 4 launch tubes. They look almost like an American HIMARS. Okay, so this is probably a similar system, probably not the same quality, obviously, but 250 of them. That is just absolutely ridiculous. And Australia's terrorism threat level has just been elevated from possible to probable. But that's all the breaking news that I have for now. I will be back later on with more breaking news, and I do have my 24/7 stream up right now. So until the next time, take care, God bless, and don't forget the 3 Ps: prepare, practice, and persevere.